I'd like some Trews, where is the Trews? Here is the Trews, I said I'd like some Trews. Here is some Trews, here is some Trews. Dum 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 dum. These people that were married are now not going to be. Dum. This woman's going to be on the dole. Dum. Little tiny children are going to be having unprotected sex, then chemically killing the baby. Teenage girls will be able to stock up on the morning after pill. Mum, I've only got one morning after pill. Here you go. Go Woolworths, pick a mix, get a big trowel and dollop a load of morning after pills. Why don't you just cram a fistful of morning after pills directly into your vagina every morning before you go to school? A big lunchbox full of condoms, a vagina full of morning after pills. This is Cameron's Britain. What I increasingly notice is that newspapers exist to impede the advance of human consciousness. We have limitless potential to become glorious beings, but they sort of hem us into a paddock of ignorance and fear. Grief for the Jaggers, we're not letting go. Every second of Jaggers grief. Heatwave summers are on the way, but you may have to wait 25 years. Well, don't trivialise climate change. This is really good from the Mail, because the Mail have always been sort of I'd say they're a staunch monarchy supporting newspaper. Harry faces human rights row over Kazakh ski jaunt. Prince Harry was attacked by human rights campaigners. That's the last thing they should be doing. We're losing attacks now. We've been pussies for too long. Obey human rights, I'll kick your head in. For taking a private jet to enjoy a weekend skiing in Kazakhstan, the 29-year-old and his girlfriend Cressida Bonus. That's a real person. Scotland Yard bodyguards, funded by the taxpayer, were flown to the billionaire's playground of Shine Balak. They were put up in a luxury chalet in the resort, which is part owned by an oligarch. It seems that the Daily Mail is only now realising what the concept of the royal family means. Hang on a minute, you realise these people are being paid for by the taxpayer? Oh yeah. But if you think about it, they're just the same as us. Yeah, that's right. So in a way they're just like sort of emblems of a sort of a hierarchical pyramid, at the top of which there's an aristocracy and an economic elite. And then the rest of us, like we're at the bottom, we've got to support it. Yeah, that's right, that's why people are complaining. And then he's going skiing with someone called Cressida Bonus. Hold on, shouldn't we sort of get them all, put them all into orange jumpsuits, line up? Yeah, but without the royals, think about the tourism. Think about the tourism. I tell you what, tourists will pay to see the royal family in orange jumpsuits paraded around in a paddock, and then at 6 o'clock every day we behead one. That'll bring in the tourists. The Queen's head on the money makes more sense now. Now that I can actually see it rolling across that lawn. Whee! These have become more realistic. Suddenly I don't resent the system anymore. Dun, 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 dun. Beheading royals. Dun, 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 dun. Behead some royals. Dun, 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 dun. Sweltering summer's the norm within 30 years. The last time we endured a blistering hot summer, it buckled the railway lines, melted the roads and reduced millions of us to wilting wrecks. I'm a wilting wreck. I can't even know it's railway track. The railway track's like licorice. What about when it's cold? Do you like when it's cold? No, snow. What about when it's hot? It's sweltering. What about if it's normal? It's too normal. Stop complaining about the phenomena of life. Model with £5,000 NHS implants is now a cool girl, 3 months pregnant, and she doesn't even know who the father is. And now she's going to have to endure the abuse heaped on her as a result of this article. She was vilified for demanding the NHS pay for the breast enlargement operation. She needed to become a glamour model. We did it. We were the people vilifying her. So Josie Cunningham tried to calm the uproar by saying she would work to pay back the cost. The promise is unlikely to be kept, however, after she descended into a life of prostitution and quickly became pregnant. Well, I suppose what this indicates is in a culture where people are atomised and have no access to proper community values, where people's loneliness, self-consciousness and sadness is exploited. What they're reporting on is what they've helped to create, a society that lacks cohesion and proper values because we've been divorced from our spiritual nature. We've been sentenced to a life in an intellectual, emotional and psychological cell with access only to very, very limited values. Values that they tacitly support, constantly propagate and then condemn the consequences of. Daffodil-strewn former bucks is a sleepy haven that seems a world away from the bitter sectarian troubles of the Middle East. You know the Middle East? Oh yeah, with its bitter sectarian troubles, yeah. Well, it's come to fucking former bucks now. The best-kept village looks set to become the centre of an Islamic conflict after a firebrand Muslim cleric took over an old church hall there and turned it into an HQ for hate. What are you going to be doing with the church hall? This is our headquarters. What for? Just hate? Oh, we should never have given you it. Danny Dyer has been warned to tone down his laddish lifestyle by BBC bosses, but the Hardman actors vowed not to change. He said he was only being picked on by the BBC because he was not a posh boy like Sherlock Star Benedict Cumberbatch. It's lovely, it's like a sort of a BBC school where Danny Dyer's having a fag. Danny Dyer's over there smoking a cigarette. I solved the riddle using my mind. I saw some writing in it. What'd you grass me up for? Cumberbatch! The Muppets, I mean, I suppose they've got to get publicity for us to, but like to, you know, go to see the Muppet movie, but like, how many layers of reality are we meant to deal with? You know, like, alright, reality's an illusion because the senses only filter through a certain amount of vibrational and photonic data. Right, fair enough. Then it's filtered through language, signifiers and signs. Okay, then culture, alright. Now a puppet show with a pig and a frog, they're in love with each other. No, I've got to have some relationship with reality. Complete protection for a healthy mouth. Colgate, the #1 brand used by dentists. Yeah, the dentist will tell you that Colgate's the best toothpaste to use. Oh, how'd you find that out? A survey, there was a survey. Who did the survey? Colgate? Our Mother's Day is looming up at us. Flowers, I suppose, are sort of a pagan offering. Mother, they're sort of the earthly goddess. These rituals still somehow emanate even from the pages of this secular, most materialistic of publication. We see the essence of our divine nature, a natural offering to the creator of life, the mother figure. There you go there, offered from these beautiful children via Sainsbury's. Let's read you a few quotes. In the crisis of the world market, the contradictions and antagonisms of bourgeois production are strikingly revealed. Instead of investigating the nature of the conflicting elements which erupt the catastrophe, the apologists content themselves with denying the catastrophe itself and insisting, in the face of their regular and periodic recurrence, that if production were carried on according to the textbook, crisis would never occur. That's old Karl Marx. What he's describing there is the perpetuation of capitalism in spite of the obvious negative consequences on the planet at large and a huge percentage of the population. He said ages ago, old Karl Marx, this won't work, this system, it will keep fucking people over. He told us this would happen. I mean, what's this fella Charles Eisenstein got to say about a different sort of perspective on economics? You know, we're all very excited about the new pound coin, it's a slightly different shape. At its core, money is a beautiful concept. Let me be very naive for a moment as to reveal this core. The spiritual, if not historical, essence of money is, I have something you need and I wish to give it to you. So I do, and you feel grateful and desire to give me something in return, but you don't have anything I need right now, so instead you give me a token of your gratitude, a useless, pretty thing like a one-pom necklace or a piece of silver. That token says, I've met the needs of other people and I earn their gratitude. Later, when I receive a gift from someone else, I give them that token. Gifts can circulate across vast social distances, and I can receive from people to whom I have nothing to give, while still fulfilling my desire to act from the gratitude those gifts inspire within me. So there's nothing actually wrong with the sort of concept of currency. It's only when that it becomes a symbol of an entrenched hierarchical mentality that's used to oppress the vast majority. Well, we've learned quite a lot today, I think, from that. There's been some economic information that will radically advance your consciousness. I was under a lot more pressure because my bird's over there watching the whole process unfold. But regardless of that, you've received some valuable analysis. Sign up to Trews by, subscribe to it by pressing here, right at the core of my being. Reach right in there, click there, and subscribe to Trews. That was some Trews.